Well, that's the hinge cut. That's where we're gonna go shed hunting. Daddy's been saving that so we could go shed hunt that. That's usually where the deer like to hang out during the spring and bed, and they lose their antlers in there. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Look at the camera. What are we out doing? We're gonna walk through here and yeah, just keep going, keep trucking. Look at the turkey tracks. See all the turkey tracks?
Am I stepping on them?
No, yeah, a little bit. It's okay though. Okay, me and Adelaide are back here by the hinge cut looking for sheds. Let's see if we can find one. You let me know if you see one, lady. Be careful.
I saw them.
You see it? Holy smokes, there's one right there, girl. Good job, go get it. That's right where they bed at. Be careful. Okay, go get it.
Whoa.
Let's see how big it is.
I'm gonna take it, Daddy.
Grab it. Grab the shed. You see it? Good job, lady.
I found another one.
You want to find another one? Well, we'll look around. What is that one? How many points? Can you count them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
I wish it had that. Here, look. The points are right here. Say 1.
2.
No, 1, 2, 3. And let's show everybody. You can see everybody where the deer have been bedding right here. And this is right in our hinge cut. The hinge cut is all behind Adelaide here.
What a big tree.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good getting through this stuff. Holy smokes, look at that one. Look at that shed right in front of you. That's a big one.
That was where the truck tree.
Yeah. Look at that shed though. How many points is that thing?
2.
No. Can you count them? Huh?
3, 4 points.
That's a big one. I think I remember seeing pictures of that deer. I think I seen him when he was in velvet. Where are you going? Huh? Can you tell everybody what you got there?
A shed.
That's a big one. That's your biggest one yet.
Well, I'm out here doing a little scouting. It's raining today, and this is like the third or fourth time I've got out. I've only found like one shed, and out in this river bottom here, a couple 100 yards from where I shot my 130-inch buck a few years back, and of course, walking up and I find another dead buck. I'm pretty good at finding dead bucks, not sheds, I guess. 2.5-year-old with good genes again. Looks like wound or something. I don't know. Not good though. I wish I could find sheds instead of dead bucks, but what are you gonna do? You see what I see right there? I'm walking back on this trail back to the truck right now. I just found one. That's the second one of the year I found. Not too bad. And look, it's still got some hair on it right there. Looks like it's probably fresh. Maybe the other one's right around here somewhere. Nice. What's cool about this buck, the shed I found, I'm pretty sure I have this buck on trail camera. I had a little decent 2.5-year-old that looked just like this come by a few times on my camera in here that I had throughout the summer, throughout the fall. So I'm gonna check when I get home, but that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, not a bad shed. I'll take it. Be a good one this year.
Well, another day doing what I love, man. I love getting out this time of year and scouting and breaking down new properties and finding new properties, but I'm walking through this area, as you can see behind me. It's a real high stem count. I'm finding a lot of trails going out to the food, and I worked my way back in here and started finding a ton of big rubs, a ton ton of sign. I found a few beds over here on the edge, which I think are some doe beds. Now I'm getting back into some more rubs and bigger rubs. And look right here what I see. It's an old shed, but it's a shed. That's another one. I think it's an old one. It might be a new one. Yeah. Looks like it's been here maybe last year. It's already been chewed on pretty good, but there's another shed. Pretty neat. He's got a crooked part of his antler there, so I'm gonna just stay in here, and you can see, look at the trails in here. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting on these trails and following it, and there's a bunch of big rubs right down there, so hopefully I can find a big shed. Just stick with me. You can tell I'm in the right spot. Look at the trail going down through there. I see a ton of big rubs. I'm going to branch off to my left towards this tree. I see a big tree in here. That might be a good stand location. I'm going to go check it out. I see that big tree back in there. I'm going to go check it out. Well, I'm coming to check out this big tree, and I made it to this big tree, which it's really too thick in here to have a stand, but look what's right over my shoulder. I don't know if you can see it or not. Another dead buck. That one's been here a long time, but that's a good one. It was at some point. It was a good buck at some point. Probably an 8-point. Like a 2.5-year-old. Part of it. Every year we find a lot of dead deer. It's a rough world out here for them. So hopefully I can find some sheds and no more deadheads. Well, I'm covering this area and I spotted that from a long ways off. I hope it's a shed and not a dead buck. I don't want another dead buck, but I have a feeling it's a dead buck. I gotta get across this creek. Unfortunately, it's another dead one. Unfortunately, he broke his antler off. Another dead one. Man, find too many dead bucks. Well, I'm gonna keep after it. I worked up towards the food source, just following all the trails. Now I'm backtracking them. It's hard to keep my eyes off scanning. I'm looking for sheds at all time and just checking stuff out. So this area looks really good, and what I've seen so far, there's not a lot of pressure in here, so that's exciting. There's a lot of surrounding pressure from gun hunting, but I didn't see any archery setups or anything that looked like anybody was archery hunting in here. So hopefully I can kill a buck in here, get a camera in here, get a picture of a good one. Well, finally another shed. It's been a long day. I've been doing a lot of walking. I am getting tired, so hopefully I find a few more, ducking through all these trails out here in this swamp. But let's just see what this one is. Decent one. 2.5-year-old deer. Shows you the character of the bucks out here. There's some decent bucks in this area. We'll probably kill a couple in here this year, so I'm excited about this spot. Be a good rifle spot in here where I'm at too. A lot of ground, so I'm gonna look for more sheds. Well, this is pretty cool. Something you don't find very often, a dead bear. Holy smokes, that's a big one. Wow. I don't see any wounds or anything, but it's been there a little while. Pretty crazy. Look at those big old chompers. Pretty cool. Dead bear. Well, I got another one. It's all wrapped up around this little tree. Almost looks like he was making a rub and it fell off. Looks like it's last year's. It's all bleached out there, but just way back in this area, walking around, walking these edges, finding these trails and walking them. Not very many fresh sheds, but I'm finding some old ones, so it's pretty neat. A little coffee?
Morning.
Well,
Gotta have it.
me and Kurt are out scouting a property I got permission on last year, but we didn't hunt it much. I think we came in, one time for rifle season and saw a doe, that's
like
it.
the last day or something.
Yeah, the last day of rifle season we saw a doe. But we're just going to get in here and shed hunt. Try to scout a little bit, see what we found. We already found a really good trail right here we're on, as you can see. It's beat down here, going back into the timber. But it looks pretty good, so we're excited about it. We're gonna hopefully find a big shed. That's the game plan.
Hey, there's some big ones back in here. We got a swamp over here, and then these ag fields and whatnot are over here to the right. So we're gonna walk this edge. Maybe there could be some birds back in here too.
Yeah, I know there's some birds.
We got about less than a month till the season.
Yeah, I know there's some birds in here.
Let's do it, man. Another dead buck, Mike.
Yeah, unfortunately, the name of the game in PA.
Young one though, 2.5-year-old. Hasn't been dead long actually.
No, it hasn't.
2.5-year-old.
Huh, that's a shame. I'll have to check the camera and see if I have pictures of him.
That's another dead buck we found. We're pretty good at finding dead bucks, huh?
Yeah, we find more dead bucks than we do sheds,
Yeah.
huh?
Jeez,
That
sucks.
stinks.
Probably would have been a decent one. He's wide.
Yeah, he is wide. He's got potential. He's lacking on that right side. He may have had an injury. That might be. Look at his right foot.
I don't know what happened to him. You can't really tell.
Yeah, but with that lack of horn development or antler development on this right side there, they could have had an injury previously.
Yeah.
No telling. Okay.
Let's keep searching, I guess.
Yeah, let's see if we can find some sheds.
That's a 17, 18-inch spread, too.
Yep. I'll check my cameras. I think I had him on camera. He looks familiar. Well, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to kind of talk to everybody about the battle that my mom was fighting for 3 years, fighting ovarian cancer. It was a tough, long battle. She did everything she could. I went everywhere she could and had every test done, and she really fought hard to try to beat this. And one of the things that she was really passionate about was raising awareness to get the testing, the proper testing done, to make sure that you're not carrying the genes that make you susceptible to getting ovarian cancer, and making sure you're getting tested to see if you have ovarian cancer. I know that's something that she would want us to kind of pass on and get the word out there about, and just kind of get people maybe to go onto the ovarian cancer research website. We'll put a link at the bottom of this video where you can go on and donate. If you want to go on and donate, we would greatly appreciate that. Just wanted to kind of talk about the journey she went on. I know it was August 2017 when she first had an issue and went in and got some testing done and found out that she had ovarian cancer. Actually found a grapefruit-sized tumor, and then went in for some testing and it came back positive, and her C125 counts were really high. Well, from there she started doing chemo, a pretty heavy dose, and lost her hair, lost a lot of weight, and there was actually some complications after the first surgery. They were inside of her, scraping her and cleaning her out from the tumor, and ruptured her, I want to say it was something in her intestinal region, and it ruptured and she went septic. And at that point we almost lost my mom right there at the beginning of the battle, but she persevered and kept fighting, and actually pulled through. We were so proud of her for the job she did, and everybody got to come down and be a part of her. And that Christmas we all got to get together, so that was really special as a family. We got to have all the grandbabies and all the kids together. So, but From there, we kind of just went into some chemo and started fighting with chemo and doing all the chemo stuff. And it started working. We started seeing the numbers, or C125 numbers were dropping and dropping and dropping. But as everybody knows, ovarian cancer is probably one of the toughest cancers there is. She fought really, really hard, but it kept coming back and kept coming back. And they started trying some different techniques to try to see if anything would work, and different methods, different types of chemo. And she ended up going to, I know, Arizona, to the cancer research facility there, and they did all kinds of tests and all kinds of stuff on her, and we're trying to try some different experimental drugs and different things to see how that would work. But unfortunately, in the end, everything she did and how hard she fought, she did everything she could to raise awareness. And if everybody would go on Facebook and check out her Facebook page, it's called Fight Andrea Fight. And just if you're posting, and if you want to raise awareness, just hashtag Fight Andrea Fight. And in some of your cancer videos, if anybody else is dealing with cancer or has lost somebody in the family, that could spread some awareness for everybody. So just wanted to just talk to you a little about the battle she dealt with. We ended up losing my mom in January, and right after Christmas, so it was tough, but luckily the whole family got to be there with her at her home in her bed as she passed. So that's how she wanted it. But I just wanted to just thank God for the time I did have with my mom. And you know, she put up with a lot with us kids growing up, and we didn't ever make anything easier on her. So, but I guess that's part of being a kid. You live and learn. And the relationship we had was stronger now than it's ever been. So just wanted to say thanks to everybody that has been following along on this journey. And if you could just, like I said, go over to the Ovarian Cancer Research website and hit that donation. We'll have a link in the video where you can go and donate. So thank you for watching Ridge Raised Outdoors.